It's in the game.
PlayStation.
His work in the middle of their defense set the tone for his teammates last game. Coaches think it's a sign he's ready for a jump forward as a player.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2nd down and 6 now. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. To the right goes Mason. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 40-yard line.
Off the bootleg, here's McCarthy. Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go now.
McCarthy off the play fake. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and a yard at the Jets' 16-yard line.
Running left, Mason. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. 1st and goal. Now it's Mason. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Jones is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Throwing is McCarthy. There's Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first-half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going at the pace he's at, it's going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
That's good for a Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Paul want to give up the middle. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long. Here's Fields. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one.
Kevin O'Connell clearly unhappy with that call, and he's thrown that red challenge flag out on the field. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play,
winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Taking it about the 16. Hopkins, strong running. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. For the Vikings offense, and Justin Jefferson set to take over once more. And he's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, so to no one's surprise, his name sits near the top of the list in terms of most receptions by a wideout this season. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First play of the drive, a 1st down run. That sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's finally taken down, but not before he reaches the 14. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. There'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Looking to throw McCarthy. On the screen, this is Mason. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Now they send a man in motion right. They run it with Mason. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jordan Mason, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Jets offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been doing it through the air and on the ground to start the season, currently leading the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback here in the month of September. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get put. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Following the fumble recovery, McCarthy. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Mason going to get it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 26-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. And this is incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. And it'll bring up 3rd down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jamie and Sherwood. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. The Jets at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And Watson has it right side.
And he will step out of bounds, but not before he's all the way across the 50.
A huge play there for the Jets. 41 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
This pass out wide to Hall. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
This 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Shot. Panther 60. Go.
The first throw here for the backup, Taylor.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
That's another Jets. First down.
Here we go.
1st and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
That is caught at the 7. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
10 yards on the pickup. Yes, 2nd and inches.
Option play, here's Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Brees Hall.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Vikings head out to take over once again. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
On play action, McCarthy.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. From the gun on 3rd down.
McCarthy. He's got the first down and more.
And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. To the air again, McCarthy. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Got ready.
Final play of the half, it's Taylor. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. We are into Week 8, and we're starting to get a sense as to who are the haves and who are the have-nots. Let's get into it. Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The Titans at home to take on the visiting New York Giants. And this is Cam Ward. A 4-yard touchdown pass in the box score. From there, we go to Indianapolis. We'll check in on the Colts. They're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And it's James Cook. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. The Bills get back to 500. They move to 4-4 with this victory. One more to show you real quick. It's over in Tampa, the Buccaneers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. And oh, he is magic with the ball in his hands. Lamar Jackson. He's going to do it himself. Takes it into the end zone, 11-yard touchdown. And with that, a look here at the rest of the action in Week 8 around the NFL. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
A 10-point game, 17-7 to score as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense and quarterback Justin Fields heading back out there. And he's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Play action. It's Fields.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Jonathan Allen coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The drive begins with Mason. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. McCarthy operating from the gun.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
A throw off his back foot there. That's going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready? 3-9 fingers. Right.
Fields. And check down, complete to Hall.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's taken to the 26.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So here are the Vikings to take over. They were losers last week to Carolina, but they've got the lead here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Starting the drive with Mason on the ground. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Open man, that's Felton.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards that time.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
On the give, it's Mason.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Vikings.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 19-yard.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
They'll hand it to Mason.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just too...
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Another go-around now for the Jets offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Second and 7 at the 47-yard line.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Now it's Fields. On the out route, he completes it to Hall.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Here we go. Green 19, just attack.
Here's Fields.
Caught by Wilson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Mason Taylor. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
To throw is Fields.
He'll find his man. That's Taylor again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Again, Fields.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets have made it a one-score one-score game again here in the fourth. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they just did not get the snap away in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
Still second down.
Now McCarthy.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And that's caught inside the 30. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
On the ground, here comes Mason.
And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Third down, here's Mason.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
And he returns this to the 22. So now Justin Fields and the Jets down by 9. A little over 50 seconds remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
All eyes on Fields. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Now Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Here's Fields. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Here we go. 5:51, 12 go. West right hit.
Back to throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Back to throw, Fields. This pass out wide to Hall. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
And the Jets, 1st down.
And one last throw here for Fields. This one deep for Wilson. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Minnesota, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
Two months in, and the NFL is as unpredictable as ever. Hi, everyone. Scott Hansen in Orlando. This is your weekly recap for Week 8. Plenty of action to get you caught up on. We start at MetLife Stadium. The Jets at home to take on the Minnesota Vikings. And this is not exactly a thing of beauty, but it'll do the job. This would turn out to be one of the biggest plays of the game. The Vikings got the win in this one by 9. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans. They're hosting the New York Football Giants. And it's Cam Ward. This'll wind up a touchdown. The Titans up their record to 5-2 as they get the victory here. One more for you. Let's go to SoFi Stadium. It's the Rams taking on the Raiders. And this is the running back. He's going to bull his way in from a couple yards away. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you next week right here on EA Sports.